your knees get sore after you work out, or maybe after you climb steps, maybe you've just been up on your feet all day, your knees start to ache. Maybe it's your low back, your hips just feel stiff anytime you're really active. That sounds like you. Pay attention. I'm about to give you a little assessment and an easy thing you can do to help take some pressure off your knees, hips, and low back. The one thing that I always like to test in patients like this is ankle mobility. Most people don't ever think, I wonder how flexible my ankles are. That's because it's not something that you think about that could affect your knees or your hips or your low back, but it 100% can. And most people deal with ankle stiffness. And if you walk around with extremely stiff ankles, it's going to chew up your knees and low back. So today I'm going to show you what to do in order to assess just how tight your ankles are. It's a catch-all or assessment. It's not going to be the most detailed thing, but it really helps point out that maybe you're lacking some of that mobility that you should have. Then I'll give you a couple of easy things to do at home to help improve that ankle flexibility. Take some pressure off those knees, your hips, and your low back. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you real quick just how to assess and see whether or not your ankles are too tight. So what I'll have patients do in the office is we get right down at the baseboard by the wall, and I'll have them take a hand and make a fist and just put that against the baseboard. And then what they're going to do next is they're just going to walk their toe until their toes are hitting their hand. Then they're going to get in this kneeling position and try to take the knee straight to the wall. So what we are looking for is, does the knee travel out past the toes without the ankle popping up? So this doesn't look like much, but you'll be surprised is if you make a full fist there and keep your foot just behind that and drop that straight forward to where your knee's tracking on the outside part of your foot. Can you do that without your heel popping up? A lot of people are going to get to about there, and then that ankle's either going to pop up or kind of corkscrew in. We see this all the time in our patients that have some either low back issues when they exercise, or maybe they're trying to do squats, or pain when they go upstairs. This is something we have to clear up. So that's an easy way to see if you have at least adequate range of motion in the ankle in order to do some of these movements that people are doing throughout the day. So next I'm going to give you a couple easy ways to improve your ankle flexibility. Okay, everybody, so we determined we have a little bit of ankle stiffness on that prior test on the last video we talked about. What can we do to help that? I'm going to show you a standing gastroc stretch. Gastroc just means calf, but it's going to help improve that ankle flexibility. What you're going to do is get on a step, and you're going to get just the balls of your feet on the edge of the step. Then you want to take all the pressure or weight off of one leg and leave it on the other. You usually need something to help you balance. And then you're just going to lower as far as you can until you feel a nice stretch in the leg that's supporting your body weight. And then from there, what you want to do is lift all the way up as far as you can. Full contraction, hold that for a second, come right back down into that deep stretch. When I do this, I usually tell people about 10 seconds and then come back up, full contraction, 10 seconds. And I'll usually have people do this for a few minutes on each calf, typically twice a day. So I'll show you in the next video how to do this more in a seated position that'll work better for some of you. Okay, guys, so another easy way to improve your ankle flexibility at home. If you have a band, great. A thick band works for this really well. If not, you can take like a bed sheet and just sit on the floor, and you're going to wrap that, whatever you have, around just kind of the area just below the ball of your foot. Sit up nice and tall, and then we're going to pull the foot towards us. Now, as I do that, I immediately feel a nice stretch in my calf. So I may hold that for about 30 seconds. And then what I can do is press into my resistance or the band, relax again, pull a little further, contract, usually 7 seconds of contraction, and then 15 to 20 seconds relaxing. And we're just working, the gastroc or the calf muscle to try to help open up some of this dorsiflexion or ankle mobility. I'll have patients do a few of those contract, relax cycles. And it's just a really nice, easy, safe way you can stretch those muscles that could be limiting that ankle mobility we talked about in the prior video. With this, I typically tell people, or whether it's the standing stretch that I showed you on the step, You want to be doing this at least 2 to 3 times a day. Typically, those things get tight. They're meaty muscles, and you really need to work on those multiple times a day in order to get them to loosen up. So I hope this video helps. I hope it helps improve some of you guys that find that you have ankle stiffness that could be causing some problems upstream that you didn't think about before. As always, if you ever have questions for us, reach out anytime at 859-309-1996 or at wellchiropractic.com. Hope this helps. We'll talk to you soon.